Okay, hi everyone here. So today we'll be looking at the perimeter ranges of War of the Roses. I've recently got the the billhook rule set, so I'm kind of looking at building a force for that. I've built 2 forces. Unfortunately, my son has also chosen York, so I'll be doing York as well. But I'll get Lancashire Army later on. It's not a problem. So obviously they do range from the infantry box set. They do the footnote box set with matches in the same era, and they do the light cavalry infantry for the same era. You can also then get metal ones that I've got as well, but we'll go for them different times. Today we're going to be focusing on the infantry box set, which is the 1455 to 1487 bills and bows. It's called infantry on the box, but actually the rules are bills and bows because it provides a rather large amount of men to make. I think it's about 18 billmen and about 30 bowmen, and then you've got command in it. So we're just going to go through the box. We're just going to see what's in it and go from there. Okay, so in the box you get a tray of bases. If you want to use them, you can multi-base on these things. I don't use these. I did for a black powder rule set, things like that, because multi-basing is appropriate for that. Yeah, however, if you're doing a system that doesn't allow multi-basing, there's other bases out there. MDF ones that I get, usually circle ones, so I can play with skirmishers and take them off like that. But I'll show you close up the models at the end of the video. So the base is fine. Yep, you get a couple of ones for 4, a couple of 2s, a single, and probably a bit or an extra. So it's not too bad. But green plastic, nothing new. Obviously, you get the rule book, like I said in there, which shows you basically ideas about what you can make out of it. Gives you a bit of history about the flags and a bit of history about the armour that they're wearing, and about the armies themselves at the top. Inside, it gives you liveries, what the men were wearing, who it was for, what city they're from, what laws. So just a few ideas that you can paint up and play with, and hints and tips about how to build it, what you're looking for, and how to build this. It also gives you a nice flags, which I've seen people use. This one is the Battle of Bosworth. I think there's a bit of a mix in them, I'm not sure. So you get a few there to add to the army. You can cut them out, photocopy them, use them in your armies the way you feel that you want to use them. So that is the instruction booklets. Nice wee book, nice information on it, and a bit of history there too, which is quite nice really. Then in the book you get 3 sprues, each with 12 men on it. So they're just copy sprues, nothing different, everyone's exactly the same. And then you also get 2 sprues for command groups. So you get a full plate armor with a range of weapons from a standard to a battle hammer, battle axe, and sword there as well. And then you also get another one there which can be used so as a leader, so you can give, rather than standard, you can give them that. You also get parts on it to make a herald, so you get the trumpet and you get the herald's head there, and the arm that goes with it. I haven't used the heralds in the squads. What I have done though is for the leaders, I've made a herald up, which I shall show you, to go with the commands. So nice model, goes together really easily, very simple. Just basically nice. The head's quite nice. I like the hatted head for the herald. Obviously, it doesn't match people in armor, but I like the idea of having one that's not quite fully armored up. This body is actually from the infantry pack, just from this here, just to give it a bit of a nice feel. So he's got a bit of armor on, but then an overcoat. So that's the herald. The full plate armor guy, I've made him a standard for my billman. I haven't given the bowman one of these yet in my army, but I'll be looking at giving the bowman maybe a standard at the back, like a planted flag, just so that says where they are. So again, full plate, very nice balls, lovely detail on the heads. I do like the heads and the faces they've got on them. This one's got quite a stern little sort of looking face. Sorry, out of focus there, but they are nice. So what do you get on each sprue? Well, as I said, you get 12 men with a range of cloth, leather, and armor on them. there. So that's obviously you've got a bit of armour there, but it's only half plate at the top. You then get a range of bill hooks with chainmail arms, with leather arms and cloth arms, and the same for the bow. It's a nice mix. One thing to be careful of while doing this is matching the arms to the user. So if you've got a user, where is he? This one here, obviously with the square padded leather armour, picking the arms that match that. Because if not, obviously it could look a bit silly. So there's the arms, obviously the bill hook with the padded there, and the same for those with the striped leather. These two here, you want to look at the correct leather, like that one there's, and that for them. Other guys obviously you can give chainmail underneath. It's just to make it match a bit, especially if you see chainmail on them, like on this one here at the bottom half. You see chainmail out of his top coat. You kind of want the arms to match. It just makes it look a lot nicer. I like the archers in here. You've got one's actually firing, that's the arrow there. Just here, that goes on this arm here, and it's like he's pulling it ready to fire. It's actually got an arrow which I quite like. A couple of guys carrying arrows, and that most of them are other way positioned. And again, the bill hooks, my mistake, I've made a few mistakes when building these. I kind of didn't have them really facing the right way, so the bill hooks look like they're coming out sideways, but it just looks like they're walking forward with them, ready to fight, so it's not too bad. Weirdly, you do get this. It isn't a standard, the way it holds it is definitely a forward-facing sort of spear, but, you know, I've not used it in mine, but, you know, you get what you get, you can play with it that way. What is nice is on the command one, you get a bit of, obviously you get some swords you can add on to each man, you get extra arrows you can add on to them, but you also get planted arrows, which I quite like. Things like bill hooks for the bowman, things like, never mind the bill hook, you've got a only 6 shots for the archers companies, so actually having maybe one of these planted in a little square base behind it with a dice on it, which you can count down, it is quite nice. Overall, it is a lovely kit. I haven't really gone over the box actually. I mean, the box itself is really nice. The box is a lovely artwork. I don't know who it's done it, I won't lie. Very much in style of most of the Perry stuff. It's a very, you know, objective artwork. A few bits on it, what can be done to it. And then on the back, again, some more liveries to choose from, which again, I quite like the fact that in the rulebook you get liveries, but also on the back you get a set of liveries as well. So you can kind of really look at going, what lord am I making, who they're going to go with, and you can really theme your army historically and appropriately. And obviously, again, a few ways of just adding stuff to the models. Again, the swords there especially can be added on, which is a nice wee touch, gives I think a bit extra for them, so that you're not kind of without. On the Sprue of Men, I didn't go over the heads. They've got a lovely mix of heads actually, which I do like. Some sort of soft caps to helmets to full face helmets, which is quite nice. A couple of cloth ones there, helmets, all obviously really nice and usable. And the fact is, it gives you a bit of an option to do so. Not everyone's going to look exactly the same. So put this one aside and we'll just go over the men and show you actually them built. So here we go back at some of the ones I've made up, just 6 of each. The detail's really nice. So there's the one loaded out, so I like the pose of it. Nice mix of poses in there. You can have a couple of obviously fired or firing. You know, if you're good, you can put arrows onto a few of them. I'm going to be probably adapt one or two, put arrows on as if they're actually firing. And then ones at the back carrying. And again, the mix of helmets just gives you a nice difference of a kind of a levy style archer, so they're not always like the same. Bit different. Now again, onto the billman. Again, gone quite uniform with these ones. So the ones at the front here, I've had them walking forward, and ones at the back a bit more marching sideways. Again, the mix of arms. It's making sure though, the big thing is making sure you get the arms to match. So you've not got chainmail on someone who hasn't got chainmail, or padded armor on someone who hasn't got padded armor on. Now, after I've built 2 to 12, because I've started building up for, never mind the build hooks, as I said, and I've started by the first warders are called. So I've got a unit of 12 archers, a unit of 12 billmen, and the commander there is Lord Falcott with his Herald and metal one. But we'll go over the metal ones later on, and we'll go over the men at arms like cavalry in a different video. One thing I'm planning on doing is, I'm in this series of videos I'm doing, is hopefully you'll see the War of the Roses, Army Progress, You'll also see other armies that I'm doing progress slowly because I've got quite a few on the burner that I want to get done. And these videos will help me do them. But I'll review them as I go. Some I won't review. Ones like the Games Workshop Horus Heresy models. People know them, I won't review them as much, but I'll go over them and maybe paint techniques that I've used if people want to hear them. And I'll be looking at likes of Black Seas. I'll also be looking at other ones. So stay tuned for more videos. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see, as I post them, you'll see them come. Hopefully tomorrow, if I get a chance, I shall work on the Men-at-Arms and review them. I've not built any of them yet, other than the one standard one, which is basically the Men-at-Arms. But we'll go over them. Have a lovely day, and we'll talk later. Bye-bye.